Very last question. Patrick Bet David, Stephen A. Smith, people like us that have our platforms available to us, that reach millions of people, what can we do moving forward to assist in helping to make the world a better place?
Man, I think you're doing it, and it's not easy, right? Because everybody has their own selfish reasons why we vote or we do what we do, okay? I used to look at everybody and I would give them a score, and I would give myself a score, and I would wonder what's the right place to be. And I wrote about it in my latest book, Choose Your Enemies Wisely, the selfish index.
Mm-hmm.
So what is a selfish index?
By the way, your first two books, Your Next 5 Moves, Master the Art of Business Strategy, 2021, and Choose Your Enemies Wisely, Business Planning for the Audacious Few, just came out last year. So this is the third book you're talking about.
No, this is the one, Choose Your Enemies Wisely, the one you're talking about. Okay. In that book, when I would talk to my sales leaders, sometimes my sales, like to kind of give this example that it makes sense. So one guy's like, I want to build a big agency, and I want to do $10 million a year. I'm like, brother, every lead you ever get, you only want to keep it to yourself. You're selfish. But guess what? You're still a closer. So you're a 90-10 leader. 90% of all the decisions you make is about you. Then I had guys that every lead they ever got, they would give it to everybody. And that guy's a what? That guy's a 10% selfish, 90% selfless. And he didn't set a good example, because you have to be hungry to go compete, right? So then eventually, the more and more I looked at everybody on who did well and who didn't do well, the more selfish leaders, 65%, always did better, because they had bigger goals they were pursuing. But they had a balance of being selfish and selfless, right? In this position, you get paid, I get paid, there's money on the line. Everybody knows what's going on with where you're at right now with contracts. We all read about it. You know, there's a lot of money on the table for you. You've been busting your tail to get the payday. It's being able to openly speak and willing to have the debate with opposition and giving them the platform and let the audience think for themselves.
Yeah.
When you did your first two episodes, when you did your podcast, and you had Cuomo and Bill O'Reilly Hannity, and then Cuomo, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, freaking love it. What?
Yeah.
Seriously? Yeah. That's good. That's good, because now I get to sit there and say, like right now, I'm watching your camera guys, right? Most of these guys are from New York. They probably don't agree with me politically. They're probably like disturbed sitting here right now. They're like, I just look at his face, how red it is. Like, there's no way in the world I agree with Pat. Look at his face. Look how red he is. That guy doesn't like me, right? But the fact that you're putting this conversation out there, and they're going to have the conversation when they get in their Uber and they leave and they say, F this guy. They're already texting each other. Look at this, right? They're communicating. Mm-hmm. I've been around the block. I freaking love it. The fact that that thought is in their minds for them to talk shit to me and debate, we're making progress. I'm very comfortable with that. And you're doing that right now. You got a lot of people that hate you when you say stuff. How could you say what you said about Biden? How could you take a position like
O.J.
that?
O.J. Simpson.
Why would you ever say something like this? And guess what? Let the discussion begin. I'm in the business of making an appointment for the conversation, not in the business of being right. I think you're doing that. And that's why I call you the GOAT.
My man. What an honor and privilege to talk to you, my brother. I appreciate it, my man. The one and only Patrick Bet David.
Thank you.
It was beautiful. We'll talk again soon.
I look forward to it.
As a matter of fact, I'm quite sure you'll be calling me in several weeks. That's it for the Stephen A. Smith Show, y'all. Talk to y'all next time. Later.